Are you enjoying the Blue Eyes White Dragon release? Well, Sleeve Chief has this amazing Blue Eyes deck available for you right this Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, discount code MCO40 is going to save you on your purchase of this thing, and they did a fantastic job on the inside of this. There's also going to be an amazing playmat, very simplistic design for you as well, and they're going to have some sleeves available for Blue Eyes as well. So leave a link down below so you guys can grab yours this weekend. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more content. So yes, that is Rank Up Magic, the 7th one on your screen here, because there's been some interesting tech choices floating around in the OCG as of late. Japan has kind of figured out, oh hey, we can actually, start stacking Rank Up Magic, the 7th one, into the deck with 7th Ascension, because, we're sticking a card back on the top of the deck. And then on the following turn, you rank up 7th one, blow your opponent out, because, it's amazing. And I think it's kind of a really fun interaction, to say the least, out here, that you're able to do this. Now, is this going to be, super amazing, super broken? No, not by any stretch of the imagination. Actually, this is quite timid in comparison to some of the other things that you can do out here with some of this stuff. But people like when I can, report on cool innovations. I believe as of filming this, I'm up to about 6 interactions of seeing the Rank Up Magic, the 7th one, showing up out here in some of these lists, which is really awesome, to say the least. So keep an eye on this guy. And also, speaking of Rank Up Magics, Rank Up Magic Quick Chaos. Oh yes, you guys remember what this one does? I bet not. This lets you target a number exceed you control, and then accept a number exceed monster, and special summon from your check one number C monster with the same number as that monster, but 1 rank higher by using it as material. And then this is treated as an exceed summon, and of course exceed materials do in fact transfer. So this is just a very simple, quick play rank up spell card. In terms of what you've got going on back here, 50 cents, if not on your top end of things. You have a lot of decent sales back here, 120, 121. But if you list in Japan, I've also been cooking around with, just trying this out if you're doing some of the rank up stuff. I want to repeat what I said earlier, though. The rank up stuff is a little bit more of a fun idea. I also didn't pull up sales data for this, and I can see you're up there. It looks like, in terms of this one, a solid $2. You gotta remember, the thing you're gonna be looking at more for this is first eds. Yeah, near mint first ed 7, light play for 2, another for 2. So yeah, it looks like we got a decent number on this thing. All right, hey, I gotta give a little bit of love to some of the older format stuff out here, because it's come to my attention that people in my own Discord server have a hard time understanding, why is Consecrated Light going up in price? Are you aware of how stupidly good Consecrated Light actually was for its time out here? I would have loved this card to have been a QCR, honestly. That dream can still come true, but neither player can normal special summon dark monsters, declare an attack with a dark monster, and this thing can't be destroyed by battle with a dark monster. Also, you take no battle damage from that battle. This is literally a little blob of light that's sticking around on the field that its purpose is to check, dark decks. And granted, it's doable. You're looking at $23 to $25 per copy of these in decent condition, man. And take a look at your sales data here. 22, 23, 25, 24, 18. These do sell because of older formats. So I will say, it does appear that it has gone up more so recently than in its past, which is not necessarily a good thing. It just proves that, people are looking at wanting to play Edison and things like that. Now, that's not surprising. The Structure Deck Lost Sanctuary versions of this thing, these are $3. I bet I can't even believe that, actually. Yeah, you're looking at a solid $3 to $4 card for a common. Now, let's go all the way back to ABPF, Absolute Power Force. Original prints of this are also $3. So, across the board here, Consecrated Lights actually have a decent value. Who would have guessed that? Certainly not I. Scourge Norleras. Oh, man. Take me back to a card that people absolutely love seeing out here. I think that this, for this card's time, this was one of the funner cards that I could think of that would excite me and get me to want to play the game. You know, it's like, hey, what kind of cheesy interaction, you know, can we bust out with Norleras? And if your opponent actually did Norleras you were just kind of in one of those situations. You're just like, oh, yeah, I mean, good job, duelist. You know, you accomplished it. Card is still stupid to this day, but in order to pick up some of these high rarity ones, $34, $37, 44, like, that's, you can't even find a first hit at this point. We're hitting 50 here, and like, looking for a decent condition, 55 for mod. You're hitting 63 back here for light play first ed, which is stupid for Norleras, but all right, you're hitting $80 here. Okay, well, yeah. I bet you didn't expect to see Scourge Norleras Ultimate Rares being expensive. No, Super Rares, on the other hand, I mean, this card has not had a reprint, by the way. Take a moment to appreciate that. This card has not been reprinted since, I mean, Force of the Breaker was its last go-through out here. You're looking at $7. Now, toxically, I don't think that this card's going to go too crazy, because Norleras is pretty limited in the things that it's able to do. I mean, you gotta have 3 Dark Fiends and a Light Fairy type monster in order to even, you know, start trolling with this effect. But, you know, things are possible. And, of course, a few people were, you know, shocked by Black Brutdrago. A lot of people are like, oh, Robbie, Black Brutdrago's gonna go down. Black Brutdrago, it dropped a little bit. Okay, you got a mod play for 50 here. Let's go down here to the pie chart. You can get another mod play Spanish for $55. But you're still looking at $58. Like, I hate to tell you this, but the Gigavice deck is a fan favorite in Edison. So many people actually love looking at this stuff, man. Whether or not you choose to want to play this doesn't make it any less, you know, popular by the stretch of the meta. It just means that, you know, what people are looking at here in the meta is just, maybe it's not what you want to see, but the card's very expensive for a reason. That Gemini support is very, very good, man. You know, we're not talking out our ass here for a reason, all right? It's all older applications. Shouldn't be surprised. Speaking of haha funnies, you know, Tribe Infecting Viruses from, what is this, MFC out here? Still floating at a decent price point, still $5 out here. And then, you know, we're just going to go up the escalation ladder here. A lot of $7 copies. I see a lot of people just never really lowered their prices, which is interesting. It's starting to hit the $10 mark here. To get decent copies of this, I see light plays for like 10s for Unlim. That's not exactly what I want to be throwing around out here, to say the least. But, and then you hit the $12 light play mark there. So we're escalating up a wee little bit. That's just, it's bad. Original Tribes. See, we're hitting 1550 out here, and we've not even hit, oh, there's a damaged first ed at the $16 mark. That's not good. That's a lot of money for these. Oh man, we were escalating up. $20 you hit back here for a light play first ed. And then 21. Are you rushing out to spend $21 to play some older formats? I hope not. That's crazy. Oh yeah, Dark Strike Fighter. Remember, this recently showed up in, what was it, Crystron as a time card out here. I guess a few people were kind of flabbergasted. They're like, oh, I can't believe Dark Strike Fighter's relevant again. Yeah, me either, Watson. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, your deductive skills are absolutely on par with the meta. It's almost like you saw this coming, but these are reprints down here. I'm actually kind of impressed. The corrected text is worth more than, I mean, they're about the same, but that's wild. Maxx C's from Battle City Finals. You know, we do have a Platinum Secret reprint literally in like a month and a half out here with this. So, oh, we're escalating on up here. You're looking at $5-ish, $6 per copy of this. And it looks like, you know, we're going to be seeing this for a little while. We'll wait and see, though. And then just a quick dump through Supreme Darkness back here. $295 on the Meows. Yikes. Oh, A-Bows still 200s. Your Barrels 190s today. 95s on the Rituals. Oh. Poseidras 120s, and of course Evil Neos down to $84. How the mighty have fallen. 84s on Paladin. Amino Murakumo $70. Boxes are down to 58s. That's actually rough that they felt that much. Meow's dipping on down here. Dead End Prison, nice $49 card. Saruya's card is still escalating up. It's kind of crazy. About to be $70 actually. St. Azamina, $40. Well, I guess $32 copies of Toxic Bubble. Oh, those have dipped. And of course, Glorious Audras, $36. Barrels, 34s. And then $32 Clockwork Knights. Huh. You know, your top end is looking very, very interesting out here. So what do you guys think about today's market? Please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here today, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.